everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica, and on today's video we're going to be doing another Foundation Friday. Before we get started, if you were not aware, I do have my own online clothing boutique. It is Niminis.com. This shirt that I'm wearing actually comes from there. It's Fur Mama. I love this shirt. It's one of my favorite pieces of clothing that I own. I keep wearing it, and I keep, just keep wearing it. I love it. I even wear it in like the spring and fall, even though it's long sleeve. Because I love this shirt so much. I have a lot of other stuff that I've purchased from the Minis, so if you'd like to check it out, please do so. Link is in the description bar down below. Did I already say that? Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, if you're curious, check it out. If not, that's okay too. On top of that, if you like this video while you're watching, please go ahead and hit that like button. If you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below. And if you haven't yet subscribed, what are you doing with your life? Hit the subscribe button because I'm quirky. Whatever. Anyway, I'm shaking up the foundation that I'm using today. I don't know why I'm doing that while I'm talking. I like to fidget. Anyway, I am using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in the Dewy. I did already do a foundation review of the original Photo Focus foundation, and I did like it. Actually, I have to mix two shades because I had bought one shade and it was too dark, and then I bought another shade and it was too light, so I actually have to mix them. This is the shade Porcelain. I'm hoping this will match. It might be too light. We'll see. I can't remember the shade that I have, the two shades that I have in the matte version. But during the winter, you guys are seeing this video in March. I am filming it March 1st, so I think you're seeing it in 3 Fridays from now. I'm trying to get a little bit ahead on my foundation reviews because I do have a month-long travel coming later on this year, and I want to make sure that I have videos to post while I'm not home. Anyway, we'll see what the porcelain shade looks like. My hair is doing some funky things today. I actually ended up straightening this piece somehow. I got some fluffiness going on over here. Let's not mind my hair today. So before I turned on the camera, I did moisturize. I also sprayed my face down with the Pixi Hydrating Milky Mist, and I'm using the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. And like I said, we're going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation Dewy. Now, I did look it up on my phone here on the wetnwildbeauty.com website. It has 4.3 review rating out of 14 reviews. It says it's $6.49. I picked this up at Walmart for $4.98. So you can find a different price, different places. And I think Wet n Wild is still sold at Ulta. And you can usually find, like, every once in a while, like a buy one, get one 50% off or, things like that. Okay. So the description for this: the newest innovation to the cult favorite photo focus franchise, Dewy Foundation, a weightless, super nourishing foundation that delivers natural all-day wear. Silky and creamy coverage is easily buildable from medium to full, and it easily transitions from day to night wear. Ideal for normal to dry skin types, this moisturizing formula blends seamlessly, blurs imperfections, and helps minimize the appearance of pores for a perfectly smooth, dewy finish. Available in 20 cruelty-free, gluten-free, talc-free, and vegan shades. Its ultra lightweight moisturizing formula delivers buildable coverage and a long-lasting, and it just says and a long-lasting. Then it cuts off. And then it says hydrating glow. Maybe it's a long-lasting hydrating glow. I don't know. Anyway, those are the 20 shades right there. So it's not a terrible shade range. I mean, it definitely doesn't have every single shade under the sun, but it's not too bad, I don't think. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and get this on my face. You're not here to do it with me. Okay, I'm going to be using this brush on the right side of my face. This is the Love is the Foundation brush from It Cosmetics. I'm going to be using a sponge on the left side of my face just to see if there's a difference in application method. My sponge is way too damp, but it's just going to have to be way too damp. All right. I have a little bit of a sniffle today. Hopefully that's not going to interrupt the review at all. We will see. But let's go ahead and get started. This has a paddle on it. I have not watched any reviews on this. I have seen some Jam Beauty 89 videos, or I guess she just goes by Jessica Braun now. Scent isn't terrible. The old foundation, the original matte foundation, smelled like paint. This does not smell like paint. So anyway, I've seen a couple of Jessica Braun videos where she's like, I really, really like this foundation, but I think she did like a first impression or like a speed review or something like that. But I did not watch that. I've just seen some other videos of hers where she said that she's just in love with this foundation. So definitely blends very easily. I'm definitely going to have to build it up on my face here though. You can see it has not covered much of anything at all. Let's go ahead and get a little bit more while I'm still using the brush, but it blends super, super easily. And I'm gonna have to put more on when I get to the sponge side too, I'm sure. Let's see if this helps at all. I'm getting it in my eyeball. That's probably not a good thing. All right, blends super easily with a brush. Let's see how it does with a sponge. And I think the shade actually works really well for me. It's not sitting well on my nose, but we'll work with that with a sponge. And if need be, I will put some concealer on my nose. That's what I typically will do when I'm having some issues with coverage on my nose. So I feel like I'm just smearing this everywhere and making a big mess of it. All right, let's go ahead with the sponge. Right now, number one, blended super easily on my face, and I think it's looking really pretty. I do need a little bit more coverage on my nose, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer, which is fine. That's typical for me, to be honest with you. I don't normally just go with just foundation on my nose, because I do have so much redness on the center part of my face, my cheeks, and my nose. So, all right. I didn't have to drag it too far down my neck, like at all. In fact, I didn't need to drag it down at all. I think the match is pretty much spot on for me. All right, the time is now 10:44. Can you guys see that? We're gonna go ahead and call 11 o'clock the check-in time, just so it's a little bit easier for me to remember. 11, 3, and 7. My 3 o'clock check-in, I'm probably gonna be in my car because I'm gonna be running some errands, and I'm gonna be going over to my dad's house this afternoon. So, yeah. If you guys were not aware, usually if I have a later start time, it's because I'm filming it on the weekends. If it's an early start time, it's usually a work day. So just a little small tidbit of information about me. I do work from home 4 days out of 5. My company that I work for is amazing, absolutely amazing. There are people who have considered leaving the company and don't leave because of the generous work from home policy. Anyway. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup right now. After initial application, I think it's looking really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup. In fact, I think I'm doing a full face of drugstore makeup, or like drugstore priced makeup. I'm going to be using a ColourPop product, which you can't find in a drugstore, but you can find it in Ulta. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup, and I will be right back. All right, you guys, I am back. It is 11:13. Like I said, we're going to choose to stick with 11 o'clock as the check-in time. What is on my face? I have the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer on my under eyes, a little bit on my nose, and then, you know, brightening areas and so forth, blemish. I have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer as my bronzer, the e.l.f. blush in the shade Blushing. It's just a pinky shade. I'm using this Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting bar in Midnight Moon. This was part of the Mermaid, I don't know, it was the Mermaid collection, limited edition Mermaid collection highlighter. I have the 2 Physicians Formula powders that I typically use when I do foundation reviews. This is the Mineral Face Powder. This is the Mineral Correcting Powder. I never remember what they're called. I did spray my face down with this In Beauty Project Power Up Dual Phase Setting Spray. In my brows, I'm using the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil in Blonde. This is the micro brow pencil. My lashes, I've got the Voluminous Lash Paradise from Maybelline. L'Oreal. I'm using my Apparently Paint Pot on my lids. And then I'm using the Wet n Wild Not a Basic Peach palette. I'm using this shade here all over the lid. The lighter brown in my crease, the deeper peach on my lid, covered by the lighter peach shimmer, and then covered by the cream shimmer. These are just numbered, they don't have names. The cream shimmer is on my inner corner for a lightening effect. Then I have this dark brown in the outer corner in my lower lash line, as well as the deep peach on my lower lash line. And on my lips, I have the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit in Nudist Peach. I think that's everything. Yes. All right, we're gonna go ahead and zoom you in and talk about the foundation. All right, my lashes are sticking together a little bit, so if I'm messing with them, that's why. Foundation. Right now, I think it looks really nice. Right now. I am a little concerned about my area around my mouth, which is my biggest problem area, I'm not gonna lie. For right now, it looks pretty good. We're only half an hour in, but for right now, it looks pretty good. And my lashes, they are driving me crazy. It's just that outer corner. Anyway, for right now, it's looking really good. I think it looks good on my nose, on my cheeks, on my forehead. It even looks really good. Just around my mouth where I have a lot of problem skin. So that's where we're at, a half an hour in. I am hopeful that it's going to continue to look really nice on my skin throughout the day. So we'll be keeping an eye on it. But for right now, I think it looks really, really nice. So I will plan to check in at 3 o'clock and then again at 7 o'clock. So did my bronzer get a little bit too deep? I feel like my bronzer is a little too deep. I don't know. Under these lights, I can never really tell. I have a tendency to like just keep building it up because I'm like, oh, I can't see it. I can't see it. And then it's like, boom, now it's too dark. Anyway, all right. I am going to go ahead about my day. We are going to be leaving in maybe about 20 minutes to go to my mother-in-law's house. Then we're going to run some errands. We're going to go to my dad's house. And yeah, normal Sunday for me. We visit family. So, all right. I will go ahead about my day and I will see you all at 3 o'clock. All right, you guys. It is midday. And I'm stuck at a stoplight, so I figured I would try to film for you. It is 3:20, so I am at midday. I'm gonna go ahead and just show you close up my skin real quick. I don't think the light's gonna change while I'm doing my 1 or 2 minute update here. So I asked John, who's sitting right beside me right here, what he thought about this foundation, and he's like, well, it's not the best. I will say that here along my chin, it is cracking. It's not doing terrible though. I've definitely had worse foundations that crack a lot more on my skin. I think though, and John can give me his 2 cents. I think though that it is actually looking very pretty right now as far as like being like arm's length away. The closer you get, of course, the less good it's gonna be. But I feel like it looks pretty good at arm's length. So I'm not going to talk for too long here because the light changed, so I am driving. But midway through the day, 4 hours, a little after 4 hours of wearing this, meh. I think it looks okay. I think it looks okay. John's not loving it, but I think it actually looks better than some of the other foundations I've been trying here recently, especially for only $5. I think it's actually looking pretty good. So anyway, I think if you did a lighter coverage as well, like I actually was really trying to build this up a good bit, but I think if you do a lighter coverage, I think it looks even better. And that highlight though, jeez. My lips are very dry. I remember the Wet n Wild lipstick being very drying. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, turn off the camera, and I will see you guys at 7. Yeah, 7. All right, I'll see you guys later. All right, everybody, I am back. I'm a little bit late, not too bad. It is 7:28, so basically 7:30. So I've had this on for 8.5, almost 9 hours now, actually, because I think I had it on about 10:45. So let's talk about it. I'm looking very shiny, although I don't think it looks terrible. The worst part seems to be my nose. I am looking in the viewfinder and it looks like my nose is like a spotlight on my face. So if you have oily skin, this is not going to be for you at all. Period. End of story. Second, I feel like this is really cracking like everywhere. Like I'm like, when I smile, like even up here on my cheeks, it's got little sliver cracks in it. That's okay. I mean, it's not terrible. You can't see it unless you're right up close. Like sitting back a little bit from my mirror is right here. I'm about a foot or so, maybe a couple inches more than a foot away from the mirror. And when I smile, I can't see it. You have to be really close. Like I am Why didn't anybody tell me I had a carrot in my lip, in my teeth? I'm sorry. Yeah, I had a little piece of carrot in my teeth. Sorry about that. Anyway, I had to get right up close to the mirror to see the cracks. So like a foot away, it's not that bad. My chin is definitely starting to break up a lot though. Yeah. It's starting to break up a lot. I would be curious to see what this looks like mixed with the original photo focus. I might have to give that a try to see what it looks like mixed together because I would be curious about that. But overall, I actually still sort of like the way it looks. I don't think I would wear this as like a full day wear again. I just don't think that this would look very good like to work. I have other foundations that look amazing at 8, 9, 10 hours in the day, and this is not one of them. So yes, this is $5, $6 depending on where you pick it up, $7. I think it looks pretty in the short term, so if you just needed something to wear for a few hours, I think it would work out just well as long as you don't have oily skin. Make sure I leave you that disclaimer. If you have dry skin or combo skin, normal skin, it probably would be okay for a few hours. I don't think that this would work for more than, like a half a day. Most people, if you're going into an office, you're going to work 8, 9, 10-hour days based on like lunch breaks and stuff. For me, I would not personally wear this to an office for an 8-hour day. That's just me though. Now, I do work from home most of the time. Would I consider throwing this on during the day? Maybe, but I don't really wear makeup very often during the day if I'm literally just sitting in this room about 5 feet that way on my computer. I probably wouldn't consider putting, makeup on just for that. A lot of the times on my work from home days, I will put makeup on just specifically to film a video or something like that. So, yeah. I'm really hoping that my microphone sounds okay. I'm looking down at my software that's picking up my voice, and it's not looking very promising. So hopefully you guys can hear me all right. Anyway, that's going to be it for my full day wear test of the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation Dewy. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up down below. If you haven't already, please hit subscribe. I do appreciate it. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below as well. I really do appreciate anything you guys want to share with me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye, guys.